way of life. A Nigerian's normal way of life is defending evil and thriving in evil. So when you take him outside of evil, it becomes alien to them. When you take them into South Africa where there is legality, or you take them into Canada where there is legality, where things are done in the right way, in the right human way of understanding, they find it absurd, they find it discomforting. They will want to ruin it. They want to turn it upside down.
You mean in Nigeria, you've never taken your constitution seriously as it's the law that has to control the country? And again, my question is: this constitution laws of you is the same? You took it from the Western laws, or it's the Nigerian laws?
No, it's the Western. It is the British created.
Exactly. The reason why, that is why they disrespect those laws. And at the minute they disrespect those laws, it's come to the thing that say, forgive my poor English, say anyone can set the laws. You understand? Once you say the constitution that is there for you to use, if you disrespect it, or you recognize it as it's not the Nigerian laws, it's the Western laws, that is where anyone have a right to set a laws. You can tell no one. You understand that? Like in South Africa, if we are talking about the corruption, we are talking about the corruption because of our constitution doesn't allow it. But if we can decide to work out of this constitution, which is anyone have a right to do anything, and you can say nothing because of there is no one who can want to control by anyone. You understand?
Yes, I do understand, Mamfunzi. See, you see, you guys, when you're talking about South Africa and you're mentioning constitution and how you guys abide by the constitution before anything, any business or any form of affair can be conducted, the constitution has to spell out the form. It is because you exist in a real society. You exist in a real society. In Nigeria, none of these things obtains. In Nigeria, there is something called, where this Nigerian guy that spoke before, there is something called Sharia law. Sharia law exists independent of the constitution, meaning these guys are operating a different law. Sharia law, if you read about Sharia law, is a penal code. So these things are obtaining in a country that is supposed to be a secular state. That is why when the Biafrans are saying they don't want to be with these people, it is not out of hate. We don't share the same thing in common. I don't know where this guy comes from. I don't hate him. I don't know where I shouldn't live in a space where we are being subject to the same legal system that does not reflect my values. So that is why when the Biafrans are speaking, we are different. You can see that we are different. The way we speak, the way we conduct ourselves. The Biafrans commit crime because they exist under the umbrella. I mean not the Biafrans, the Igbo people. The Igbo people, they commit crime. The reason why we are seeking to exist independent of these people is it will enable us to use the powers of the state to control, to return our people to their natural values. Our people are not known for crime. Our people had to engage in this criminality because some of them wear Nigerian identity. So it is wearing Nigerian identity makes you a criminal. You have to be a criminal. There is no way, unless you are dead. You have to be a criminal. So in order to get rid of Nigerians, you don't try to find a solution you just get rid of them out of your space. That's the only way you can solve that problem. Take them out of your space. Make sure they don't exist in your space. That is the only way you can solve the problem. So in order to understand this thing perfectly, you need to understand that the Nigerian society is a lawless society. Ask another person that might be truthful. This guy here I don't know. You can ask some other person. Sorry, Tebogo, you want to say something? Go on.
Yes, I just wanted to ask now, like what you're saying, I don't know, why does it feel like the fact that there was a civil war in your country, does it show that actually Biafrans, like, they wanted to separate themselves from Nigeria because they did not see any continuity, meaning that if they were on their own, they would progress without the Nigerian constitution?
Yes.
Also, that's why they enforced. Oh, so that's why they enforced you guys to. Oh, so that's why they forced Biafrans to be part of Nigeria because they were scared of the progress. Is that what you are also saying?
Yes, I'm going to provide you a video of a Ghanaian man, a Muzungu, in 1966. Sorry, 1967, just before the Nigerian Biafran War. A Muzungu, I'm going to send you the video. A Muzungu was interviewing a Ghanaian. Ghanaian is a neighboring country to Nigeria. A Muzungu was interviewing a Ghanaian and asked him, what do you think about the Biafran independence? Because we were seeking for independence. The British forced us together with these people. So we were asking to separate from them. So the Muzungu was asking the man in the video, what do you think about the Biafran independence? Do you know what the Ghanaian man said to the Muzungu? He said, if the Biafran people are allowed to be independent, they will be rich and powerful, and that will create an imbalance in Africa. That it is not right for them to be allowed to be independent. The white man, you know how Muzungu behaved in that video. The white man asked him why. He said it will create imbalance in Africa. So in other words, the guy is saying that it is okay for every single African country to be poor and wretched and destitute than one country doing well and then other people emulating whatever they have done to be able to progress themselves. So that video is a testament of how they feel, and we cannot, for us, we have crossed the Rubicon. We are not the same with these people. It is not hate. You see the way South Africans are not the same with Nigerians. When an African comes to say, oh, we are one Africa, no, we exist under one continent. We are not the same. We must be able to respect each other's space. When I come to South Africa, I should be able to respect the laws of South Africa and conduct myself in the manner that the society accepts. That is what it means to integrate. You don't go there to change the cultures of the people or to desecrate their values. You don't go there. So when you hear a Nigerian talking about, oh, we are one Africa, let us unite, he is talking about uniting in Johannesburg. That is what he's talking about. He's not talking about fixing where he comes from so that he can be as workable as South Africa. No, he's talking about coming to South Africa to unite inside there. Not that with ulterior motive. He wants to destroy that society to bring it to as low as where they come from. That is the objective. But they are not going to tell you. So they want Africa to be down, every single Africa to be down, for all of us to be in the dirt. That is what they want. So, but when we say these things, they get upset that we expose them. We expose their hidden agenda. That we expose the lies and the propaganda that they peddle. They get upset that we expose their country, so that people will know. Because I keep telling them, how do you solve a problem? Before you solve a problem, you have to define the problem. You have to expose the problem. You can't hide from the problem and then wish the problem away. You wish that the problem disappear. So the Biafrans are asking to be independent, and we are going to be independent. It's what we are doing is educating the world. We are going to be independent. It's a must. We will. There is no Jupiter that can stop us. Sorry, go on.
Let's allow Pesh to come in. Pesh, are you still here? Go ahead.
Yeah, can I come in? Thank you very
Yes,
much.
come in.
All right, so there are two things happening in this conversation. I have no problem with this gentleman being a Biafran. You know the history, you will find out, okay? But the truth is, you need to ask a serious question. The same people that are in South Africa creating all this chaos are the same group of ethnic group creating problem all over the world. Same people. And these are his own people. So when you say Nigeria, you need to understand the dynamics of what you are talking about. This is a huge country with over 200 million people. Some of them you have never even seen how they look like. And for him to pick one screenshot from online and say, this is how they are in Saudi Arabia, I think we need to ask ourselves the right question. I cannot just pick one isolated case in South Africa and tag it to all South Africans and say, look at the data, look at what he is saying. These are the same group of people committing these crimes everywhere in the world, every single place. Check what I'm saying. It's not about hating people and nationalities and countries. You need to look at who are these people that are coming to destroy your people with drugs and crimes. You need to look at what I'm
Say
saying.
powder. Bash say powder.
Okay, powder, whatever it is. But please look at what I'm saying. This guy is coming from his own point of view, and I do understand. If you ask me personally, Biafra, let them have their own country, to be honest. I know where he's coming from. But these are his own people that are committing these crimes all over in the world. In America, in the UK, in South Africa, the same ethnic group. So for him to come and manipulate you, to tell you all these things, and you start hating a whole nation that you don't even understand. These are over 200 million people. Do you know the percentage of his people in that are committing this crime? Do you know the percentage? Nigeria is huge, and you have to understand the fact.
Look,
Hold on, ma'am. For this,
Bash, look, I understand you, but to understand that,
Let's allow him to finish, Sissy. We'll come in and ask him questions.
Yes.
now.
So all I am asking is for us as human beings to reason, use our intellect, and look at the data. I do understand what Nigerians, the so-called Nigerians, are causing in South Africa and all over in the world. It's not only in South Africa. Even the Ghana is talking about. They don't like what the so-called Nigerians are doing. You go to UK, you go everywhere. We know about Dubai, we know everywhere. But who are these people? We need to ask ourselves. Because what people see in Nigerian movies, in Afrobeat, in football, in everything, these are a particular group of people and do not represent the over 200 million people that you know about in Nigeria. Nigeria has more than 500 languages, more than 500. So we are not doing ourselves justice to just generalize and hate all of these ethnic groups that you don't even know anything about, right? Some of them are Afro-Asiatic groups, some of them are probably Bantus and whatever. It's a different, the northern part has the most diverse group in the country. So that's all I am saying. Let us use our brain. This guy is coming from his agenda, and I don't have a problem with that. He's propagating the Biafran narrative, which they have their own reasons of doing. But these are the same people committing crimes in your country. That's all I'm saying. I'm not claiming to say Hausas or whatever other tribes. Nigeria doesn't have only Hausas, Igbo, Yoruba. It has more than 500 languages. All of these people, you are not seeing them in South Africa. When you see the people that are going to South Africa, trust me, go to the airport. Every single person you check, if you will find one person that is not from their own side, you'll be very lucky. Every single person is their own people that are committing these crimes. So why can't we look at the fact and the data, right? Why can we hate 200 million people because of a group that is in South Africa and any other country committing crimes? And the sad part is, because I travel widely, so I know what I'm telling you. The perception that people have about Nigeria is mostly from what they see in media, in movies, in Afrobeat. And unfortunately, these are the same group of people. The thing you see in media, in music, in art is mostly Igbos and Yorubas. Those are the two groups that develop their culture. And there is a historical reasons for that. Because when the white people colonized Nigeria, they did two different systems, right? So they ruled their own side, what they call direct system. They assimilated, the white people assimilated there. And in the north, the northern people already had their dynasties. Read about it. Read about Sokoto Caliphate. For thousands of years before the coming of white people, the northern Nigeria was connected with Niger, Chad, Cameroon, and other places. They call it Sokoto Caliphate. Read it. Right? And these people had their own system. So they resisted against the white people to come for years before they managed to bring. So they started ruling the northern part indirectly because they couldn't propagate and go directly. When they went to the other southern part where these Igbo people, Yoruba are, there was nothing. These people were in the bush. So they just entered and just ruled them, right? You read what I'm saying. So it took them years because the northern part was doing the trans-Saharan trade directly to, like where I come from, where this Dangote comes from, this is where his grandfather, what I'm telling you, go and check the fact. The grandfather of Aliko Dangote, Dantata, Alassane Dantata, was one of those major trade men in Africa that are doing this trade from Kano all the way to Libya, all the way to Saudi Arabia, and that was how Islam came to the northern part, right? So these people had their own dynasty. connected from Niger, Chad, Cameroon, and everything. They have their currency, way of writing. You can go and check the way their writing system. So they are more towards like, the Arab, North Africa and all that. Some even say the Hausa language can trace, you can trace it back to some languages in Ethiopia, Eritrea, and all that, right? So these are the kind of people. And if you go to the deep north, you see that these people they have what they call Shua Arabs. They look like Arabs, Fulani, and things like that. So you have even no idea who these people are. You don't see them in popular culture, in music, in art, in football. You don't see them because they had their own. So when the white people come, 1940s, they amalgamated these countries, divide and conquer, right? So they bring them together, which I don't agree with for their own selfish reason, because the whole country, Nigeria, was actually a company, right, that the white people was milking. And they joined northern part and the southern part by force. They are not the same people. But they joined them, what they call amalgamation in that part. And even the northern part actually refused because they resisted for years because they had their own system. These people, the so-called evils that are now calling for Biafra, are the ones that actually advocated for the amalgamation of Nigeria. And they are the first to write the constitution, everything, and say, let's do one Nigeria. Go and read what I'm saying. We, the northern part, actually advocated for regional system of government. They are the ones that said, let us all come together, do one Nigeria, check. And they are the ones that went and killed the two big leaders in Nigeria, Sir Ahmed Bello and Tafawa Balewa. These are the people that actually started developing Nigeria. And these people literally unalive them. Go and check what I'm saying.
Fresh,
okay,
let's give others a chance. I'll come back to you, my brother. I'll come back.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll give you 2 minutes. Just land. Sorry. I'll give you 2 minutes to finish up. Go ahead, finish up.
Okay,
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All I'm saying is let us use our brain and look at the fact deeply. I know there are emotions when somebody comes to your country, they are doing all these atrocious things. South Africa is a beautiful country, beautiful culture. The people, right? But these people don't care. They come, they are reckless, they are doing the same thing in Nigeria. All the crime baby factories that they are building, these are the same people. Why can't you guys see it? And he's coming with all these emotions to manipulate his propaganda that they do. They have all these channels. And to be honest, totally honest, I want them to have their own country. You know why? Because people will see clearly. They will see who are these people. Right? I don't have a problem with that. But all I'm saying is let us not take the whole entire population of over 200 million people and start saying all these people are criminals, they don't have laws, they don't have a constitution, they don't have all this. Go and read for thousands and thousands of years, even before their own grandfathers actually know anything about writing. The Sokoto Caliphate already had a system of writing. They had their own way of living. They are already trading with most of North Africa and the Arab world. Go and read what I'm saying, right? Even before colonization, before slave trade, the Western slave trade started, these people have a system. So that's why you won't even see them in Southern Africa, because the culture is even far from you guys. But for us to come here and start saying all these things, creating hate, we are human beings, we need to use our brain. They are creating chaos in your country just like they do in Nigeria. These people have baby factories, for God's sake. You go and see their culture, all these nasty things they are doing that you don't like. This is how they live. This is who they are. Go to Nigeria and see what I'm saying. Northern people are very decent people. You will never find them doing any reckless things. They are quiet. Their language is soft. They have culture. They have pride.
You are lying. You are lying, right?
Go and read what I'm saying. You don't just.
Why then?
Okay.
Why then?
Right.
They became part of the north of Nigeria. There's Boko Haram. Anyway, they gave you extra 2 minutes.
You gave me
6 minutes. I want you, my brother. I don't want to fight with you. Can you just come on the platform and be truthful? I understand where you're coming from, saying this guy's got his own agenda, blah, blah, blah. That's your opinion, okay? But now, I'm going to bring facts to you. You were not on this platform a couple of weeks ago. There was a guy here who had a list of the world's most wanted criminals. Out of that list, 11 where
I stayed there for more than 7 years. You are telling me that I'm lying.
On you guys.
What can you tell me? How can you say that I'm lying?
Do you know even what's funny is that
I stayed there more than 7 years. You are telling me that I'm lying.
You are saying that South Africans
Why should it? Why am I going to lie?
Nigerians, but you guys are killing each other and unaliving each other at home on the streets. And
Okay, you guys, let's move ahead now. Let's move ahead. Let's go to 25 to live. We'll come back to our day. We'll come back to you guys. No, you guys, it's becoming a bit rowdy and chaotic. Let's just move on. Let's move on. We'll come back to you guys. Let's go to 25 to live. 25, you're welcome.
It's been interesting. Thank you very much.
So actually, before we go ahead, let me just because this thing is not very clear anymore on the screen. So basically, the Nigerian High Commission in South Africa has issued a memorandum to all Nigerians living in South Africa to be vigilant because he's aware that there's been a spate of unalivings. A couple of Nigerian citizens have been unalived in South Africa. So the Nigerian High Commission, issued this memorandum for Nigerians to be very, very careful and to be vigilant, and is advising Nigerians to be reasonable in their conduct, in their speech,